Hello, it's Monday, it's Mouse Makes, and today I'm going to show you how I made 10 different Christmas card designs. If you want to see the materials I used for each card and the time codes at which I made them, then that information is in the description below. But here is a general list of the materials I used for all of them. Firstly, a pack of blank cards, some sheets of Christmas patterned card. If you can't find any, you could use card or paper in Christmassy colours, or wrapping paper would work. One sheet of blue paper, some felt, craft foam, a lot of sequins and a small gold star, some Merry Christmas stickers, ribbon, string, 2 small pom-poms, a pair of googly eyes, some red beads, some white buttons, 2 pipe cleaners, 1 green, 1 red, some brown card gift tags, although you could just use brown card, a black pen and a gold pen, glue, specifically glue that would dry clear. I ended up using a glue stick, PVA and this stronger high-tack glue. I used some cookie cutters for stencils, and lastly some Christmas chocolate. Let's get started. This card consists of triangles of Christmas card glued down and with a small star sequin on top of each. I like this design because there are so many options. You can choose how many trees you want, you can choose how many different colours of card you want. As you can see, I've gone for 9 trees in 3 different patterns and with a red and green theme. And it's also a completely flat card, which is convenient for posting. This card is really simple. I first glued down 3 pieces of craft foam and then added circles of card on top. I then added a Merry Christmas ribbon on the side, although any ribbon would do, or no ribbon at all. If you don't have craft foam, you could use thick card or leave that bit out and let the card be flat. For this card I started by gluing down the googly eyes and the red pom-pom nose. If you want the card to be flatter for posting, you could use a button or a sequin or something red and round. And then I drew on the antlers first with a pencil and then went over the lines with a gold pen. I decided to glue some blue paper to this card so the snowman would stand out more. I used 3 buttons as the snowman's body and head, and I bent a little bit of a pipe cleaner to look like a scarf. If possible, try and use a button with 2 holes for the head so it looks like eyes. I drew him a little top hat and some arms with a black pen and glued on some snowflake sequins at the end. Yeah, this card is pretty simple. It's a green pipe cleaner bent to look like a tree. Although it did take me a couple of tries to get the pipe cleaner to look like a tree. You can see I have some sequins to the right there. I was originally going to give the tree some baubles, but it just looked a little bit weird in the end, I thought, so I left them off. And I had to let the glue dry with a weight on top of the tree before adding a gold star on top. For this card I first drew a circle on it and then glued on lots of sequins. I feel like this card would look good with mainly green sequins. As you can see, mine were mainly red, but I think that looks fine too. And I tied a bit of ribbon in a bow to add to the top. For this card I cut a hat shape out of red felt and a strip of white felt for the rim of the hat. I added a white pom-pom to the end, although this could easily be replaced like Rudolph's nose if the card needs to be thinner, and I then wrote ho 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 under the hat. For this I cut 4 holly shapes out of green felt. I used a cookie cutter as a stencil. I glued them onto the card and added some red beads for berries. You can see the glue very prominently here, so I'm glad that I picked glues that dry clear. And then I stuck a Merry Christmas sticker in the middle of the card. This card used cookie cutters as stencils as well. We have a red sleigh shape with a black strip at the bottom, a brown reindeer shape, a piece of gold string as the reins, and a red sequin as Rudolph's nose. I decided I wanted the sleigh to have a present in it. I was originally going to use a chocolate coin, but then I saw these chocolate Santas, and I thought it would be fun for Santa himself to be in the sleigh. But anything very small would work, or nothing at all. I mean, the sleigh could just be glued down completely like Rudolph, which would, of course, be easier for posting. Speaking of posting, I'd recommend using something like blue tack to stick the present to the card, because it will otherwise fall out in moments as Santa makes his journey through the mail. The last card is the most complicated, although the fewer presents you make, the less complicated it is. I'm sending mine to 5 people, so I needed 5 presents. I used 4 layers of craft foam in a kind of U shape for each present to hold the gifts, in this case chocolate coins. The size of the craft foam and the amount of layers you'll need of it will obviously depend on the gifts you want to send, and like the last card, it might be worth using blue tack or something to stop the gifts from coming out of the card at the first opportunity. After the craft foam was glued down, I used squares of card slightly larger for the front of the presents, and I glued strips of ribbon round these pieces of card, used masking tape to keep the ends folded down at the back, and then glued the card to the craft foam. This card was definitely the most time consuming to make, but I think it's my favourite. I think it's really fun. Also, it doesn't have to be for Christmas, it could be a birthday card or something else. I then added bows to the middle of each present, made in the same way as for the wreath card. Glue got everywhere during this bit, so again it's lucky that it dried clear. I used masking tape to attach a piece of string to each coin, and then at the other end of the string I glued 2 pieces of brown card to make a tag. Finally, I wrote a name on the tag and popped the coins inside the presents. And now we're done. We've done them all. We've done all 10. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like my designs. Do you have a favourite? If by any chance you make any of these, I would love to see them. So if you put any pictures up on social media, feel free to tag me. If you would like to see any more Christmas videos from me, I have put a playlist below me here, and my latest video will be below me there. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel or visit my website, then you can do so beside me here. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you later on in the week.